just at the very start, because I haven't had the opportunity to thank. There's a lot of people that sent me texts, over the last 10 days and so forth, and all over the country, and I haven't had a chance to respond to those people. I just wanted to say thanks for their prayers and thoughts. Same thing, really appreciated what the San Jose fans did before the game with their little sign, get well Ziggy, and also really appreciate our fans and the support that they've given through this whole thing. So I want to make sure that that gets expressed, and that's something that's that meant an awful lot.
How are you feeling, Coach?
Feeling great.
Any different this week than last week?
For me?
Yeah.
Well, 10 days ago was a little bit more hectic. Yeah, I mean, I feel good. Yeah.
We heard a little bit from Garth what some of the on-field implications of the Torres list.
That's something that we'll, look at. I mean, obviously we've had Brad play center back before, and we've got Scott, Zach who can play center back. So we're looking at a little bit short term, a little bit long term. What the best solutions are. Brad and me chatted today. So no matter what the solution is, it might require Brad playing. Maybe he's playing the odd game back there at center back, or Zach, or maybe he goes back there and plays. We'll see.
Does it sort of ease the blow a little bit having a back line that has logged a lot of minutes together this year?
Yeah, I mean, certainly. I mean, Ramon's only been with us a short time, but the guys really liked him. He's certainly a quality player, but he's also a good person, and so we miss him from that standpoint already. But the rest of the group. I mean, obviously Chad Marshall's played a lot of minutes, and Tyrone's played a lot of minutes. Left back has rotated a little bit for us, but there's enough experience.
Did you notice an uptick in the aerial ability since Román was in the roster, and how do you sort of replace that?
It just made it a little bit tougher for the opponents to match up in terms of, some opponents took already their best marker off of Chad Marshall and put him on Román, so that made things a little bit easier for Chad. But, as was shown last week, Zach Scott opened up, and he's the one who got that header. So I think with Zach's on the field, we still have a good aerial presence.
Aside from that aerial presence, what will you be missing without Román on the field?
It's just, like I said, he's a quality player. He's captain of the Panamanian team as well, because he's got good character and he's got good leadership. So even though his English was limited, you could see he's a big guy with a big personality.
His Lowe's ability to contribute these days?
Well, we took him off the disabled list, so he's available to us. I think S2 for him this season has been very helpful. He has had a little bit of a knock and missed some games with Olympic qualifiers with Jamaica, but we were very happy with how he looked at practice today, and he's somebody that, as we move forward, certainly deserves some consideration.
How's Brad making his way through the protocol here?
Good. No setbacks today, and I think this afternoon he goes for the neuropsych test, and if he clears that, then they went through the first stage of the heading protocol, and there's just 2 more stages to go to say okay, you can play.
And Valdez, how's he doing?
Doing all right. We wanted to keep him inside one more day, just because like I said, when you get kicked in a certain spot, you always seem to get kicked in the same spot. Just like when somebody steps on your toe, it seems like all of a sudden for the next week everybody steps on your toe.
How valuable has it been to have a guy like Brad, where you do have somebody like Román go down, you can move him where you need him?
Yeah, I mean, he's always been a valuable player in that regard. I know he sort of feels bad if I could have one position that would be better for me, but I think his versatility is something that's helped him as well. I mean, his versatility helped him get back into the national team as well. So, having a player like that, you always need somebody like that on every team. And I think every team I've coached, I've had somebody like that. I remember at Galaxy had a guy named Adam Fry who could play anything from right back to center back to left back, and when we won the CONCACAF championship that year, he ended up playing center forward for me, because he was a converted center forward for that I played up front when I was in college. So he was able to play anywhere for us.
Is Perkins available? No travel issues?
It should be. It should be. Right.
What did you think about Ivan Schitz and his performance?
thought it was good. I thought he came off the bench. I thought he did well. Obviously, everybody could see what he can do on set piece service. And, I think his first minutes always takes you a little bit to, okay, what's the tempo and rhythm of this particular, game, league, and so forth. So he needed that. But I thought he's had a good week of training so far as well.
Have you figured what result might benefit the Sounders best tomorrow night in Vancouver in the CCL match, and you figure that will be a benefit to you guys come Saturday?
Well, obviously the team that can come straight past us is Olympia. So if Olympia beats Vancouver in both games, then Olympia, no matter what happens, will finish first. So for us, the best result is that Vancouver gets a win or a draw. So because that puts us in a position at a win over Vancouver puts us through.
Vancouver is a team with a lot of firepower. Any thoughts on what you're expecting out of this team coming in here?
Yeah, they're a team that loves to counterattack. They've got a lot of speed up front. They play with a lot of energy, and we handled it really well the first time. Actually, the two times we played in Vancouver, we handled it fairly well. The one time we played down here, we didn't handle it so well, but that was also set piece goals that cost us in that game. So we just got to make sure we handle those speed appropriately like we've done in the past.
So Clint left a little bit early. How close is he to 100%? Is he still dealing with something?
He's much better at this stage than he was last week at this stage. So he's definitely making progress. And we went through practice what we wanted to do with him. And we actually did more than we thought he was going to do today. And because he's feeling better.
Is it still the hamstring?
Yeah.
Once again, Obo with a spectacular goal. What was it like watching it on TV this time? And do you have a favorite goal of his that you've seen?
God, there's been so many, but probably, he scored a lot of good goals, but I think my favorite goal of his is the one he scored in Colorado, where he chopped the ball back between the two defenders and then buried it into the corner. But then there's the chip over John Bush. There's combination with him and Dempsey when they got through the middle. Okay, that were very good. I wish I could remember a goal where Brad Evans gave him an assist, but I don't think that happened.